Hello, 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 and welcome everybody. Welcome back to Redwood RC. So, this is part, I guess, 2. All right, I've opened her up. My EDF came in, my 70 millimeter EDF unit came in, and that's going to be a no-go for the 70 millimeter. Why? Because I would have to alter the exit ducting here. I would have to open it up to accept the tail end of the fan unit for it to sit inside there nicely. I mean, I could do it, being that there's a slight contour to the ducting. See it? See the contour? There's a slight contour to it. I mean, I could open it up to accept the 70 millimeter, I think, but I'm not sure at this point. Like right now, I'm really caught up because the 70 millimeter fan unit nose cone was almost touching the spar. So that tells me that the unit is just a tad bit big, and it would have to actually sit back here. You know, that's about 1/4 of an inch. So I would have to cut away 1/4 of an inch and then contour this portion on both sides, and probably the rest of the duct, and contour that to accept the 70 millimeter. And I mean, it's worth doing. I might actually buy a second one of these just to attempt the 70 millimeter to see how it works. And I think I might do that. So right now, this video is to show you the what I've done with the aileron servos. Like I said, I had to cut those down, right? So they just make it inside the body here. And I'm going to have to probably make a little pocket right here for the wire to sit in, and for the extension to be able to slide in and out when I pull the wings off. All right, so that's the inside. There's your 2 mounting tabs, which are not glued in. I just got them sitting in there. So for right now, they're just sitting in there. And the tape for the elevator servo leads, you can see those are taped down. And I might just actually cut a little line in there and try to feed them into the line, just to neaten it up a little better, so that the shell, bottom half of the shell of the fuselage, closes a little bit better. But onto the wing. So this is what I was talking about, these little tabs here. And as you can see, they're on the wing. There's 2 on each side, right? One there, one there, one there, and one there. So this is what's going to make the wing removable. All right. So on the bottom half of the shell, of the fuselage shell, as you can see, I have the portion with the nut. Like I said, you have to make sure that these go on the bottom, the portion with the nut. As you can see, there's a nut inside. So you have to make sure that those go on the bottom. And as you can see, if you can see it, I don't know if you can, as you can see, that's open on the top, right? So those are open. So that's the alignment tab right there, that little foam rectangle, right? So that's the fuselage alignment tab. So when you go to push the 2 fuses together to glue, those have to line up with the little pockets in here. All right, and there's plenty of room. If you notice, there's plenty of room inside this thing. Like, look at all of this empty space back here at the bottom. That's just the bottom. The bottom half, there's plenty of empty space. There's plenty of room for the servo extension. That's the little hole that the servo extension is going to go through into the center section. But there's plenty of room, as you can see, tons of it. So setting this up ain't gonna be a problem. I've already test fitted a battery pack inside the battery bay. I can get a 5-cell, a 5S 2700 in there nicely, without issue, without trying to modify, without trying to squeeze anything. It slides right in. So this is going to be a 5S ship, not a 6. I might be able to get a 6 in if I can find one in the same size as the 5-cell. But for right now, what I got on hand, that's going to work. Because I tried to stuff a 6S 5000 in it, and it was way too big. But that 2700 was perfect. So if I can find a 6S in maybe a 2200, 2500 range, it might work. So I am going to, like I said, the 74 millimeter, the 70 millimeter fan unit was too big. And I would have to whittle away, do some work there on the exit, on both halves too, not just that half. I'd have to do that half, and I'd have to do this half. And, you know, there's not much room there. So that's a lot of work, you know. So I think the 64 millimeter will work better with a low KV with a low KV in-runner motor. It'd work a lot better and probably produce a lot more thrust. You know, if I can find a 6S, maybe 1800 kV or lower, if I can find a 6S motor that's going to fit the housing of the fan unit, then it'll work out perfectly. And hopefully it'll get this thing up and give it some speed, give it some vertical performance, because I'm definitely not going to fly it on 3S. That's for sure. This is strictly 4-cell, 5-cell, 6-cell material. This is not going to be a 3S spur. This is strictly and as you can see, I cut some foam up right there, filled that little pocket in. Filled that little pocket in right there. Some foam I had laying around. I'll probably do a little spackle job on it, clean it up, so when I paint it, it's going to look like something. But this was just a quick overview because I wanted to show you guys the inside without the bottom half on, and show you those tabs there for the removable wings. All right. So I guess stay tuned. I just ordered a 64 millimeter motor, which now I got to get rid of a 70 millimeter motor. I got to get rid of that because I don't need it. I don't have anything that's going to accept the 70 millimeter. So I got to get rid of that. So I'll wind up probably posting that up online for sale. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. There's more to come. There's definitely plenty more to come. I'm gonna start trying to do a video every week, I guess. A video every week. All right. So stay tuned, boys and girls. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good evening.